Bang bang. What's up? What's up? I am green. 340 bucks today. Stoked on it considering how the morning went up until for the first 2 hours I was red. I went down to 80, back up to break even, went down 60 again, back up to break even, went down 50 again, and then finally got back up to around 75 and then kind of sat there for about an hour until IMNN, I think was the one. Um, so I ended with 343, which is cool. Definitely could have been more, but I'm not going to sit here and complain considering how the rest of the month has been going. Biggest gain, IMNN, and then LVWR, and the rest could not make any money on. Biggest gain. Oh, it was on. I guess it was on S, but I know I took a lot of winners close to this on IMNN as well, but wow. About $1.60 a share on only on 40 shares, but trading SBET. I was trading lower shares on it, obviously not only because it's higher priced, and I would normally be trading lower shares anyway, but I'm not as comfortable trading higher priced stocks, and I'm not used to the way that they move as much in dealing with the spreads, so I was trading lower shares on that, and was break even on it overall anyway. But yeah, I don't have a lot of it on recording because my dumbass always forgets to start it again whenever someone starts going, the stream. But yeah, IMNN kind of gapped up a little bit early on here. And then it was kind of just sitting sideways, like low volume shit. And then it started to get some volume. And then really started picking up. I think I started trading it, I think through 50. I was watching it. And it went all the way up to 240 by the end of the day. And then one I would like to point out, this right here. This area right here on, let me clear all these drawings. The high was 223, and on this move right here, it was breaking this upper trend line, which I did have marked out at the time. And I was in, I think I have a couple entries on it, but I was in like 09 for the break and then sold like 13 area, I think. Got back in 15 and was holding because it just kept grinding up, not pulling back, grinding up, not grinding, but it just wasn't dipping. Every time I would go up a few cents, and every other time it seemed like it would kind of have a little bit of this going on all these pops. So I was sitting there holding it from 15. I was like, okay, it just keeps edging up, and I was figuring we might get a big blowout up to the whole level, especially through this high right here, which was 223 at the time, was the high of day. And the way it was edging, it just on a lot of the times that I've seen that happen, where it keeps edging and not pulling back, it'll shoot up, and either a good boom or even sometimes up to the whole level. But I was holding for that, not remembering and not taking into account that we are in a much weaker market than we usually see those kind of moves happening. So a little bit of a mental fly. I still caught a few cents on it. I think I ended up getting out 18. But yeah, and then this final move right here was the one break I wasn't in for. I was in for this original break of this 24 level. Got out 25, dipped back down, and I wasn't in for this 25 break. And of course, that's the time that it goes all the way up and breaks by over 10 cents. But that's my own fault, and I should have been in. So yeah, that was IMNN, a lot of good opportunity there, and had I don't know if I'd call it rhythm, but I could actually sit on it and trade it and like focus in on it because it was giving consistent consistent moves rather than just bink bonk and straight back down and having to go to something else. And then, yeah, LVWR was the other one that I made when a wildest thing went in after hours. But it was mostly on this way up right here was where I made all my money, and then it just consolidated for the rest of the day. Tried to trade a little bit here at the end of the day as it popped back up, but it was a lot more teleporty, lower volume, and yeah, just wasn't as great of opportunity, so I left it alone at the end here. But yeah, the ones that I do have on recording are the losses. Obviously, there's a couple winners mixed in, but I do still want to go over some of these and see how I can do better. NVTS was a mid-cap mover that I just traded poorly, was trying to scalp like I would a normal super volatile small cap, which was on me. And then SBET I definitely could have been done a lot better on. But I'm not too mad at kind of shooting the bet on SBET. I did make a little bit, caught a few decent moves, but I'm just not used to seeing these kind of spreads and numbers. But yeah, do still obviously want to go over a few of these, get my screen time in, and see where I could have done a little bit better on them.
Works.
Okay. A stock like this, right off open, this bid is teleporting from 28 to 19 back to 28 here. Big bid there that I see. So I just try to get in with that thing, and it's going to pop over that, push up back towards 40, go green and push back to 40. But it's like, why am I trusting a stock that looks like this, right? Stock selection is just as important as the trades you take. And yeah, look at this right here. Holo, the ass breaks down. I get in for the break of it, and what are we doing? Nope. And then it goes. So it's like a few of these early on were just a little bit shitty. Here's a decent winner on it. Let's see. Looking for the dip. 14-15 area, looking like it's not going to come all the way back down. Candle goes green, but isn't continuing. So we're going to sell there when it's not. Don't mind that at all. That should have continued through 30 if it wanted to be strong. Now looking for it through that 28 and back through 30. There's through 28.
I mean, not gonna.
Just kind of some shitty movers here early on. Like I said, beside IMNN and LVWR today, I did not make shit. Went all the way down to like 80 bucks red, I think was my lowest. This NVTS then was straight up, but Wyatt helped me point out later on as well, but
Fuck you.
The way this thing was moving, I was trying to, trade it like I normally would, but it's like I kind of had to do the reverse, wait for it to get over the micro level that I was kind of topping out at, and then just add after and ride the flow until it decided it wanted to stop, pretty much, instead of trying to get in before the break of it and everything, or getting in a decent dip. It just kind of, it would hesitate a lot and do a lot of this back and forth chop before it would actually break. So it was a lot more opportune to just hop in as it's on its way up after it gets over that level that it is stuck at.
Why'd I sell?
Like here it's just grinding up and I should have been in.
Yeah, I was in 92.
But then if I try to get in for this actual 5 break, it's going to chop around at that level and not really give a good tell that it's going to actually break it. Kimoto FAAS FOSS. Big level was there at 14, but the hull level was also sitting there, so I waited for them to push it over, and then I was thinking we were going to get a push through it. There it is, they pushed it to 17, so I'm hopping in here for this 14 break. Not looking like they're going to do it, so I sell it there. Put the sellers back up. And here they break it down, and then still hold it down with some hidden sellers there. 105 wouldn't be a bad spot. Try to get in. Big seller sitting here. They blow it right through, so I'm thinking we might get a strong push back up. Not going to be the case. Get out there for, what was that, break even? Bottoming tail on this candle. We get a strong push here. We could get to 14. But I don't believe we did here for a while. Here we go. I'm in a 12 entry. Stuck at 13 that time, so I sell. And then this NVTS, try to get in with the buyers and ride it up. Of course, as soon as I tried to hop in, I was in too high and it came right back down. Try to get in here on this 5 dip. I wanted to see if it wanted to come right under 5 or not. Looked like it was holding 5 pretty strong, so I hopped in here. Didn't continue when I was in. Boss flag in here. Back over previous candle, 11 might give it the pop that it needs. Getting in there. Not getting over 11 with all those buyers when it should be, so I'm selling it. No problems here. Damn, I went red on this thing. Big bid there at 108, but I must have already tried it.
103 and then
first candle that closed green. If they hold it higher and get over 111, it might go for a push here. Here we go. Holds there. A lot of volume comes in.
Oh, you ass.
Right back down.
Yeah.
Was kind of thinking it should have went right there. Let's see. A little unnecessary. Here we go. Finally gets over that 111 again. Hop in. And they just hold down 112 with a hidden seller.
Break 25.
NVTS is back up. Later on in the day, I think I went like 40 bucks red on it. Later on in the day, I was able to catch some decent winners on it and got it down to Yeah, 15. So I did it make like 25 bucks back on it that I originally gave.
Cena?
But early on here, I just didn't really understand how it was moving or how to capitalize on it.
I don't know. I think I got break even.
Let's see this. Back through 305 and through 309 is what we're looking for. I thought I was adding 305 there at the highest I was getting in. I go to sell, but it ended up being
I get out.
break even / small red because a lot of my shares I got in at 307, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I got break even. Really?
And then I missed the actual move here. Boom. I think it did end up topping out there, which was right over that daily, so didn't touch it after that.
Sure. Try.
I did try to trade it. $316, this goes green. That's probably what I have in mind. This candle goes green. Get in for it. Nope.
Like, just give me a fucking break, man.
I was getting a little bit frustrated. 29's the high. I don't think this went any higher than that. Trying it again there. New candle opens up. Buyers are rolling in. So are the sellers. Bang. That's another loser on it. I think it's just a little wild. Getting too high. Too risky. NVTS. Try to hop in for this 510 break. And they hold down 509, so I sell there. Don't mind that. Do I just hop in after it breaks 10 this time? Try to hop in for the 10 break, but they're just holding it down there. And then it does print over 10, and then it's just straight back down.
And I knew I was gonna do it soon.
Sitting at 50 bucks right at this point. It's totally manageable. That's a couple of decent trades, so I wasn't too worried. When it starts getting close to like 100, that's where I'm like, alright, this is kind of a hole that I'm going to have to dig out of, so that's when I start getting a little bit, not worried, but just start to really be a lot more picky, trade a little more defensively. And it breaks. Yeah, I was fucking over that one at that point. What do we do here? Big bid sitting there at 13. Yeah, just goofy. Didn't know how to trade early on, trying to trade it like it was normal stock, which it was not.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like here when it gets over this 14, I should just be hopping in and trying to ride it up as far as it wants to go.
Yeah.
Which I obviously I didn't, but later on I figured it out and made some money back on it, thankfully. Just not used to the way that it was moving whatsoever. Trying to trade micro dips, that wasn't working because it would chop around at those levels, and yeah. At this point, 80 bucks red, being like, alright, I need to turn this shit around. Let's see, you can see the way it moves here. 29 is the high. Every time it breaks a high, it doesn't snap. It gives you an opportunity to hop in and ride it for as many cents as it wants to go here. So, see, I'm in 30.
I like a fucking squeeze one.
You could just be holding this and, well, I guess that one didn't quite do it.
Alright. Someone cover, come on. Ah, fuck.
Just a grinder. Just gotta be in and holding it. I get in there at 40. Thankfully, it breaks right through. There's a couple cents.
Yep.
That thing did end up going. Actually, I can look here. $7.50 was the top. Holy shit. That's crazy. I did not realize it went that high. AEO and this thing was teleporting. Waste of time. I took one quick trade on it, then realized, alright, I probably shouldn't be
Actually squeeze it.
trading this. I think this is the biggest trade of the day right here. 39 is the previous candle just tapped it, but that's pre-market high. This candle went red to green here. Stuck at 50. Now just waiting for it to print over 50 probably. And then straight to 39. This candle closes like this. Yeah, it's still fine. Over 38.50 through 39. There's some buyers that are coming in. Need to see it get over 50. Doesn't do it there. Bang, prints over 50. I'm in. Through 39. Oh! That's not biggest trade of the day, but let's add it all. About $1 per share. 38.52. Out there, yeah, it's literally exactly $1 per share. That's
I
fine.
might probably actually squeeze it. Should
And
have
then here
held
we
it.
go.
I should have held it. This is the time
Through
I probably
40.
actually squeeze it.
And 39.76 sell there. Oh, it hurts. Let's see it one more time.
Should have held it. I should have held it. This is the time I probably actually squeeze it.
Strong push. They break down the seller. No, they don't break down the seller. They do it right after I sell. Unlucky.
Oh my god, I got in after the break. Add.
See this? I took some losses on this on the way up. Yeah, just like overtrade it pretty much. Getting it in the spots that I don't need to be. I'll look at this one more trade on it. The biggest trade of the day. This is when IMNN started. Super low volume. Didn't look like it was going to be much, to be honest. was my biggest trade on it? Kind of stop right over the day level, which is probably all-time highs. That's what I mark. Red with is all-time high level. I think this is the biggest trade right here coming up. Looking for through for that 44.80 and then 40 right through 45 would be ideal. It's holding high here. Not pulling back yet. Some buyers coming in. I'll definitely give this a stab. There they are. I should have already been in probably. Quick dip, seeing if it wants to hold higher. It is. Hello? I'm not stabbing it yet. I'm being patient. I must have been confident it wasn't going to break right away. Holding that right there. Ooh. Candle. Back through 50. Get out of that break even.
This is stupid.
Oh. Let's see one more time. This candle closes and it doesn't look all that great, but here to go. The buyers are coming in at the end of that candle. Some momentum coming into that 45 break. Boom. A little bit unexpected, but I'm glad I stayed ready for it. Big dip. This candle fails to go green, but right here at the end, volume starts to come in. New candle. Take a stab. Bang.
Now what I saw.
That's the biggest trade of the day right there, I guess. Just a quick 2-second. Bang.
Now what I saw.
I don't think I realized at the time that that was that big of a trade. Didn't feel like it, but yeah. And then yep, we gave all that back. Got all the way up to set 80 bucks green on it almost, and gave it all back over trading this for the 50 break. New candle right here. New 1 minute through 50. Buyers are coming in. Oh, I didn't already add. Now I'm adding high. Oof. That's an unnecessary $15 loss.
Fucking break 50, you asshole.
They were looking like they wanted to hold it there for a second, but they didn't. Checking the P&L. Oh, and we get an after the break and take that for a loss. So that just pissed me off, and I was like, fuck you. Gave all that profit that I made on it back, which is pretty bad. But I'm not going to sit here and focus on the negative. Green, 340 bucks today. I'm happy. Looking forward to tomorrow. Going to take it slow again and see where we can make some money. Peace.